My name is Brandon Ballantyne, and this is my curriculum improvement plan for EDS 708. The goal of my plan is to update the current curriculum to reflect the current social trends that reflect a more equitable representation of the history of the United States. As has been demonstrated on a national basis, there is a growing movement to ensure that today's students receive the most accurate representation of the history of the United States. This movement, largely backed by scholars across the country, is well documented through national news outlets. The need for our school and/or our school district to join this movement is twofold. Number one, the current curriculum omits vital aspects of the history of the United States. And number two, correcting our curriculum to reflect this issue will very likely help to avoid any legal issues brought against the school or the school district moving forward. There are two objectives of this curriculum improvement plan. Number one, we must retrofit the current curriculum model to reflect a more socially acceptable and accurate representation of the history of the United States. And number two, we need to remove and/or replace aspects of the required U.S. history components of the curriculum. As part of this curriculum plan, there were 5 strategies proposed. Number one, bi-monthly departmental meetings will be needed to discuss any issues that may be experienced as a result of the implementation of the new curriculum. If necessary, solutions to these issues will be sought. Number two, teaching strategies will be encouraged, including any that might relate to the students, what they may have already learned versus what the new curriculum entails. Number three, professional development sessions will be assigned for social science teachers whose instruction may be directly impacted by the implementation of this new curriculum. The professional development will aid in introducing the teachers to methods of instructions that will ease students into the new curriculum so as not to shock their systems from what they've already learned. Number four, for junior and senior level classes, time may be allotted each week for students to observe national news media from a traditionally nonpartisan news outlet such as the AP News, Reuters, or NPR in order to better understand the relevance of the new curriculum. And number five, a concluding meeting will take place at the end of the year to reflect on the implementation of the new curriculum. This meeting will also be utilized to address any issues that were experienced over the course of the implementation of the curriculum the previous year so that adjustments can be made moving forward. Persons responsible for the activities. A committee consisting of all members of the social science department will be responsible for examining the current curriculum and, through the lens of identifying themes and events that, for whatever reason, have been muted, minimalized, or completely omitted, make adjustments accordingly. This committee will be organized and led by the chair of the social science department. The curriculum improvement plan does have a timeline for implementation. It begins in June of 2021 with the initial meeting. Departmental meetings will be conducted every other month, beginning in August of 2021, again in October and December of 2021, February of 2022, and in April of 2022. The implementation of the curriculum will take place from August of 2021 to May of 2022 over the course of the regular school year, with the concluding meeting being in May of 2022 after the school year has ended. Based on the attached rubric, I believe that all aspects of the curriculum improvement plan will be considered on target. As the plan was formulated during the summer semester, I was unable to collaborate with a curriculum director or administrator in the school system in which I was previously employed. However, I was able to collaborate with a teacher leader at the school at which I worked last year. Lindsay Ballantyne, education specialist, and I discussed pressing needs in the Lauderdale County school system, and we came to the agreement that the issue around which my curriculum improvement plan should be based is far and away the most urgent. Upon a quick assessment of the current social science curriculum, we discovered many areas that could potentially be improved through the implementation of the curriculum improvement plan I've put forward. The issue has been a hot topic for the last year, usually manifesting itself in the form of a support or opposition position to what is called critical race theory by U.S. politicians. This topic has been covered extensively by most major national news outlets, usually from a partisan point of view, on editorial-type television programs. The CIP strategies put forth in my plan included social science teachers, teacher leaders, and administration. CIP strategies 2 and 4 focus on differentiated instruction, and they satisfy the standards ALUNA-CF.5, which is knowledgeable practicing professionals value and plan for diversity in curriculum development, instructional strategies, and in the promotion of social consciousness. My strategies 1 and 5 utilize teacher collaboration. They satisfy another commitment, AL-UNA-CF.3. Knowledgeable practicing professionals form communities of learners through collaboration, teamwork, and research-based approaches. Finally, my curriculum improvement plan, strategy 3, outlines the professional development for teachers and is instruction-centric. It satisfies the standard AL-UNA-CF2. Knowledgeable practicing professionals have the knowledge and ability to use assessment strategies to guide teaching and learning and to strengthen instruction and increase professional growth. Upon reflecting on the process of collaboration in creating the curriculum improvement plan, I was able to identify pros and cons that I experienced throughout, as well as pros and cons that may manifest in the future. A huge pro was working with Lindsay to determine and assess issues that could use improvement within our system. Given its amount of exposure, I feel that we settled on the best possible issue. Another pro of identifying these issues was being able to examine the system and also myself reflexively. My perspective, since this, has improved, and I believe my instruction will only improve as a result. A con of this process is that I am currently unable to prod a curriculum director to see what they think of my plan. I'll likely sit on this plan until I'm able to discuss it with an appropriate curriculum director to tell me of its merits. A future con of this plan, obviously, will be the social repercussions that will likely be exhibited by community members that are not okay with this plan. This is not necessarily a plan that I believe will be hugely popular in a rural southern setting. However, a long-term pro will be that as a result of the plan, students will be much better equipped to collaborate and socialize with people from other areas of the country that have been educated in a more objective manner. I believe that the value of this pro far outweighs the implications of the con, mainly due to the fact that the con will be short-term, especially when compared to the long-term benefits of the pro. It's essential that we mold lifelong learners. The people that we send out into the world must be equipped to deal with any and all social situations that may arise. The absolute last thing that we want to do is shortchange our students and let them graduate with narrow-minded points of view that don't take into consideration any objectivity that might be gained from a curriculum improvement plan such as the one I have put forward. In conclusion, I feel that a system such as the Lauderdale County school system would benefit greatly from a plan such as this, as its social science curriculum, at least on its face, appears to be somewhat antiquated at best. The implementation of this plan, I feel, would go a long way in bringing the Lauderdale County school system into this century.